All right, here we go. This is going to be a look at Donald Morrison from the Fort Myers, Florida sting, of course, from the legendary Fort Myers, Florida sting. And we're back, yes, after some time off. Wasn't exactly my decision, you know, but we are back. I would have been back last week, I think, but I got sick. So, and my voice was just completely gone, but I seem to be okay now. But yeah, so we're finally back at it here. You know, I had to come back, you know, with a bang, I guess, you know, to rope people back in, to reel people back in, to lure people back in, as Deepak Bist might say. You know, I couldn't just come back with a fucking Brian Dory video, even though, you know, as much as I want to, you know, I can't come back with somebody obscure like that. I have to come back with a heavy hitter. Fucking Donald Morrison, probably one of the more requested ones. Of course, only heightened because he died last year, at some point last year. And, you know, before Christmas, too. You know, he didn't even get his damn Christmas cookies this year, unfortunately. But, you know, and also this is, ideally this would have came out, you know, like the week of Christmas or something like that, because I consider Donald Morrison to be, you know, the Christmas predator. You know, just like I think Flagler Beach is the Flagler Beach sting is the Christmas episode of TCAP, which I did watch on Christmas this year. That's my new yearly tradition. You know, just as I consider that the Christmas episode of TCAP, I consider Donald Morrison the Christmas predator because of the damn cookies, the Christmas cookies that he talks about. You know, all it takes is a 3-second line. That's all it takes. You know, just like in Flagler, they have the parachuting or the paragliding Santa Claus, you know, in the first minute of the show. You know, that's what makes it the Christmas episode, you know. But either way, we're going into it here. Donald Morrison, Donnie, 1957, male. And yeah, this is gonna be a good one. You know, it's great too because, you know, during my little hiatus, I guess, I was watching TCAT from the beginning again, starting with Bethpage and ending with Bowling Green, and you know, I got a lot more ideas, so I got a lot of guys now that I want to cover. But first and foremost, Donald Morrison, of course. So you know what? Let's just get into it. Here we go.
Red pickup's coming back.
But not this potential predator. He's 48-year-old Donald Morrison, screen name Donnie 1957, male. He started the online chat with a girl posing as a 15-year-old at 8 p.m. this very same night.
Oh, wow.
Wasting no time.
No, I didn't even realize he was a one-dayer. I never read this guy's chat log at all, which is interesting. But yeah, I didn't actually think I realized that before, that he was a one-dayer. That's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, wow, I'm actually looking at it right now. He's got a really short chat log. That's pretty crazy. Very low effort, Donald Morrison. Oh, man, they kind of roast him here in the write-up here. I'm going to put it on the screen. I like this here. Morrison, as some remember, had the utter look of a media stereotypical pedophile. He fit the archetype to a degree. Balding, big glasses, giant grease stain. I don't think it's grease, as we'll see. I think it's sweat. I don't know. I don't get this reference here. Dead ringer for Senor Cardage of HomestarRunner.com fame. I don't know what the fuck that is. Let's Google that while we're here. What the hell? Is this actually what they're... I kind of get your resemblance here. That's kind of an obscure reference, but I kind of get your point here. It's kind of stupid. Okay. I never read this guy's chat log before, so yeah. I didn't realize it was that short. I was expecting it to be a long one, but I wasn't, you know, expecting it to be so short. So, Donald, very low effort. But it's okay. It all worked out in the end, for us at least. And let's just keep going.
He types, I want to meet you and fool around. Are you up to meeting tonight, hon? Then he makes a plan to come to her house around 11 p.m.
He's walking up. The guy's in the driveway for those
It's now 11:30.
Oh, God. Talk about fashion. Hang on. Talk about fashion emergency right here. Hang on, go back. Hang on. So this guy's wearing, you know, a light colors on top and the bottom, right? But then he's wearing black shoes. Ew. That is a nightmare, as I think, at least. You know, but it's actually funny. I'm talking shit about this, but I actually did the same thing this very morning. You know, I went out for my my morning walk / run at like 6 in the morning today, and I did the same thing. I had on gray pants and a white like hoodie kind of thing, and I just by habit I put on my black shoes with it. I felt like such a fucking idiot, you know. Yeah, that was a fashion nightmare, man. The whole time, it's dark out too. You can't really see anybody, but the whole time I'm just like, fuck, I look like such a fucking idiot, and people are gonna be like, oh man, this guy's Donald Morrison level, you know, with his fashion choices. I swear, it was a one time mix up. You know, it was just excuse me. It was just habit, you know. I always usually wear black, you know, on the bottom, but today I was wearing gray. I just, by habit, I put on my black shoes instead of my white ones or my gray ones, you know. It just didn't. I was all messed up at the time, you know. I don't know. Yeah, it was not a bright moment for me, but that's okay. You know, I got out of that with minimal exposure. Unlike Donald Morrison here, who's getting not only blasted about being a fucking, you know, creeper, a predator on you know, national television here, but also being exposed for his god-awful fashion choices right here. Oh goodness. All right, let's just keep going.
Now 11:30, and look who's walking up the driveway.
There he is. Bum.
Hello.
What is the paper that he's carrying in his hand? What the fuck is that? He's just carrying around like a piece of paper. What is it? Directions? I'm gonna guess that they're like directions that he printed off of MapQuest. But why did he bring them in the house? You know, he's just like, well, I don't want to forget them. You know, I don't know if he was planning on staying the night or whatever. Doesn't really look like he. You know, he's not bringing in his overnight bag, but he's bringing in a. You know, the directions. He's like, oh man, I'm afraid that, you know, something might happen to them if I leave them in the car and I'll be stranded here. Where the hell is he even from anyway? I know that he lived. Where is he from? He's actually from Fort Myers. Is that actually true? I don't know. When he died, he wasn't living in Fort Myers when he died, correct? Something like that. He was in some other Florida shithole. But I don't think it was in Fort Myers. But yeah, I mean, his that's actually, he might be close still, but still have been close to Fort Myers, because he got his ass got blasted by that hurricane that they had. Oh god, excuse me. Still getting over that little sickness that I had. I got a little bit of a cough still. You know, so, and I haven't talked this much probably in a very long time, so yeah, my voice might not cooperate fully with this one, but we'll bear through it. Let's just keep going.
Well, you got a
big house.
Try one of my cookies, they're so good.
Oh god, he goes over there with his mandible claw and just fucking digging in. Not grabbing it like a normal person, claw, digging into it, man. Oh god. And you know, I'm completely shocked that it took him, you know, that he actually waited for the decoy to offer him some. I'm surprised he didn't just go all in as soon as he saw them, man. You know. Look at that fucking claw. It's like the grab hook in a fucking one of those claw machine games, man. Ugh, just going in on it, man. Don't drop it, though, Donald. No, he wouldn't drop it. He's just digging in. Oh my god. And you can see fully his appearance here. You know, he's got the sweat on his from the seatbelt. I always assumed that's what it was anyway, that's from like the seatbelt of his car. It's like in the perfect position for it to be the seatbelt from his truck. And you know, it must have been a hot and humid night in Florida that evening. And oh man, you know what? Can we find that out real quick? I don't know how long this would take. Weather, Fort Myers, Florida, April 21st. Fort Myers, hang on. April 21st, 2006. All right. Call me around 6. Actually, it didn't seem like it was a very hot day that day. What the fuck day did I say it was? 21st. April 21st. The high was 93. That's pretty hot, man. But at this point, 9 p.m. when he showed up, it was 75 to 73. Shit. Oh, guys, it's just going to keep happening now. I'm just going to keep coughing throughout this whole fucking video. But yeah, it's a pretty hot day in Florida. You know, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. You know, people are always like, "Oh man, what's the temperature here right now?" Today, it's fucking 36 degrees currently where I'm at, and you know, people are like, "Oh man, well, it's 75 in Florida." It's like, yeah, you know, it sounds nice, and then you get there and it's all hot and humid and uncomfortable. I would much rather it be fucking 36 degrees than like 80 degrees or 70. Whatever, you know, whatever this was, 75 degrees. I would much rather it be 36, personally. But, yeah, it must have been pretty hot, though, is what I'm saying. It definitely was pretty hot for Donald. And I don't know if his truck probably didn't have air conditioning or not. So, that explains the fucking sweat on his shirt here. That is awful, man. Like, how fuck, I mean, like, I get that it's hot as fuck. But, like, you're just driving. It shouldn't be that sweating. You should be sweating that much just from fucking driving. Do you think he showered beforehand? I don't fucking think so. He's gonna come here, swamp ass intact and everything, and just have sex with this girl without thinks it's like, oh, shit thinks it's completely fine to just go in there like this, all sweaty and disgusting. I mean, your appearance is already bringing you down several pegs here, Donald. But then you go with the fucking all sweat, gross, disgusting crap that you're doing here, man. I mean, it's just not good. It's just not good all around, Donald. You need to sit down and think a little bit before you do it. And of course, if he's supposedly from Fort Myers, it couldn't have been that long of a drive either. So he's sweating that much just from however long his drive was. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is a disaster. Oh, my God. And we're not even a minute into the fucking footage here. Oh, God. Thankfully, I've got some water, but man, this is not gonna be pleasant to get through. Oh, shit. Well, let's just keep going.
Chocolate chip's my favorite.
Chocolate chip's my favorite. There he is. Look at this. Yeah, he's trying to cover up his. We'll see it more pronounced in the when Chris Hansen walks out, but he's trying to like cover up that sweat, so he's like self-conscious of it. Oh, Donald. Oh man. All right, let's go back because he's getting into the whole reason we're doing this video. Oh God. Sorry, guys.
When I make them for Christmas, I make about 10 dozen of them.
Whoa. Why so many?
Because we usually have family in from the up north. We had like 14 of us here this year.
Holy
He
cow.
just keeps popping them in like fucking pills. And this guy is a fucking diabetic. What are you doing? That's right, he's a fucking diabetic. And he just keeps popping these fucking cookies in like they're pills or something, man. Like, dude, slow down. Take it easy. Oh, my God. Oh, this is not good. Oh, Donald, you're killing me, Donald. Is this the demons of Donald coming for me right now? God damn it. But, oh, God, just look at that. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, now my throat's killing me. That's all right. But, you know, it's incredible, man. You know, I wouldn't eat anything that this guy fucking makes. If he actually makes the damn cookies, I am passing 100%. This guy's a fucking slob. Do you think he washes his hands before he makes it? He probably doesn't even have indoor plumbing in this fucking house. So I doubt I want to eat his fucking cookies. No way. That's a pass for me. But then these numbers are ridiculous here. So you got 14 people in for Christmas, right? And you're making 10 dozen cookies. Okay, it's time for my oh shit. Okay, so it's time for my my finance background to help me out here. I don't know, what is it? 120. What was it? What is it? So 120 divided by 14. Oh, not 114. Jesus. Oh, so that's gonna be around 8 cookies a person. What? That is ridiculous. If so, 8 cookies a person. If his numbers are correct, anyway, you know, that's a lot of baking. Number one, I mean, I like to picture Donald Morrison with his little apron on, his little Christmas apron on, and you know, going to work with his, you know, with his oven, and you know, making some cookies. But man, that's 8 cookies a person. That is fucking ridiculous. You know, if I was presented with cookies, I would maybe have 2, maybe 3 at the most. But now these people are going to have fucking, this Morrison clan are going to have 8 each, essentially. You know, some people are probably going to have 10. You know, Donald Morrison's probably going to have 10, you know, just because he needs 10, so someone else has to have, you know, 6. But, you know, either way, it's 8 cookies a person about. And that is ridiculous. And then, again, you're a diabetic, Donald. You got to take some extra insulin before you go to Donald Morrison's house for Christmas, I guess. You know, and you know, I'm sure the rest of the family isn't in the best health either, you know, so you know, that's pretty bad, you know. I mean, you shouldn't be having that many cookies, man. And it's also funny because there's like nice, lovely, hang on, go back, shit, nice, lovely fruit right here. You know, you got grapes, you got an apple, looks like a banana, good fruit, good for you. No, just give me the fucking cookies, man.
Why so many?
Shit.
Because we usually have family in
From the north. From the north. I wonder where from the north they're from. You know, I picture it being from like Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania, somewhere like that. You know, like backwoods Pennsylvania or something like that. I don't know why. I just picture it that way.
14.
That's not an indictment on people from Pittsburgh or from backwoods Pennsylvania, but that's just what I picture it. I don't picture it. I don't picture him as a New Yorker family, a family with New Yorkers, or from New England. So, you know, I guess I picture Pennsylvania for whatever reason.
Holy cow!
Can I get you a glass of milk to go along with those cookies?
Sure.
Oh man, that's right. It's Fort Myers, the peak of the Hansen Zinger. And, yeah, he gets a good one in on there. I love Donald Morrison, too. Good reaction time. He puts his head on his swivel. Boom, right away. Boom, right away. Look at that. Look at that head swivel, man. Right on the dime. Good reaction time. Surprise, Donald. He was just so intense. He heard the door creaking a little bit. It's like, oh, there's my girl right there. But no, it's actually Chris Hansen. He's about to burn you pretty fucking good, man. Can I get you a glass of milk to go along with those cookies?
Some milk to go along with those cookies?
Sure.
What's going on?
I don't know. I just was talking to her, and she said come down and visit her.
Just like our other visitor, he admits he has a problem when it comes to underage girls.
And there it is. You can see he's got this covering his fucking sweat from the seatbelt right there. He's so self-conscious. What? So if he's like this in front of a guy like Hansen, what would he have been like in front of the girl? You know, he would just take it off his shirt, I guess. You know, take it off completely. He doesn't want to see that sweat stain. And I just love the contrast. You know, you have a Hansen who's, you know, tall, standing up straight, you know, firm, and you know, looks fucking professional, looks serious, skinny, you know, all that, compared to this motherfucker right here. You know, who just has nothing going for him in any single way. It's just I just love the contrast there.
I have a compulsion for younger women, just meeting them. I've met about a dozen of them online.
And again, he goes with the dozens. You know, what is with this guy in fucking dozens, man? Is he just talking in dozens because he talked about the cookies in dozens, so it's on his mind still? Fucking guy can't get cookies out of his goddamn mind, so he's like, oh man, I mentioned dozen once, I have to mention it again now. Something like that. Or is he just a fan of talking in dozens? I don't know. What so he says, So if he's talking about like 9, for instance, does he go, I have, you know, 0.9 of it, whatever, 9 out of 12 dozen. I don't know what the fuck I'm even saying. It doesn't even matter. It's just trying to make a stupid joke there. It's alright. I'll cough again. It's all good. It's all good. This is a mess. Let's just keep going.
So this is something you do frequently?
No, I haven't done it in... Let's see. I haven't done it since I moved here to Florida.
So he goes, no, it's not, I met about a dozen of them, but it's not something I do frequently or anything.
Where did you live before?
Texas.
And so you did this a lot in Texas? Mm-hmm. Did you ever get in trouble for it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I got in trouble because I met a girl in Michigan.
And how old
In
was
Michigan.
that girl?
So, Jesus Christ, this guy's all over the place, man. Why does he keep moving so much from Michigan to Texas to Fort Myers? I'm leaving Saturday to come down to Fort Myers. You know, I don't know why this guy keeps moving. Maybe that's actually where the family's from. Maybe the family from the north is from Michigan, actually. That's possible. But yeah, this guy's just fucking moving around all the time. Jeez.
17.
And what trouble did you get in? This a lot in Texas? Mm-hmm. Did you ever get in trouble for it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I got in trouble because I met a girl in Michigan.
And how old was that girl?
17.
17.
And what trouble did you get in there?
What the fuck, man? You know, that girl, I don't know. I don't want to just say that she's got issues or something wrong with her. But, you know, I mean, if you're coming to 17 years old, you're going to meet somebody like this. I mean, geez, what the fuck? I mean, just what are you doing? You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Had to have had something, you know, something must have been off, you know. I don't know. I don't want to just, you know, say it, but, you know, it's the only possibility I can think of why someone would want to meet someone like Donald Morrison, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. It's not something that we know, I guess. And 17, I wonder if that's a lie, by the way, too. He says 17. Was it actually 12? Was it actually 11? You know, something like that. I don't know.
17.
And what trouble did you get in there?
Well, her grandfather tried to charge me with something. They couldn't do anything.
He couldn't do
So
anything.
they arrested me for possessing child pornography because I had nude pictures.
He's just like, yada, yada, yada is that story there. Like, you know, Seinfeld, yada, yada, yada. Oh, man, you know, I was in Michigan, you know, and they tried to arrest me for something. They couldn't do anything. Yada, yada, yada. They arrested me for child pornography. You know, you're missing some details in that story there, Donald. You know, just going from, oh, yeah, I was in Michigan, met a 17-year-old. I took some naked pictures of her, yada, yada, yada. They got arrested me for child pornography. Oh, man, Donald, man. That is a, you know, something's missing from that story, as the dude would say. Something's missing from that story. Like, okay, so he's straight up admitting that he's going to admit it shortly here, but he's going to say that he took naked pictures of a girl, underage girl, and they couldn't do anything about it. How? Why? Why couldn't they have done anything about it?
Because I had nude pictures of her on my computer. They ended up dropping the charges.
How?
And
Why?
how did
you know?
you get the naked pictures of the teenage girl?
I met her in Michigan,
And I took
and
them.
I took them
You took the pictures of the girl, and then you put them on your computer.
on my computer. Yeah, they were digital pictures.
Hansen is so flabbergasted about this. You know, it says something, Hansen, when this backwoods fucking hick like Donald Morrison here can, you know, has better grasp of technology than you do. Hansen's like, wait, you took pictures of her, and how you did what with them? You put them on your computer? How do you do that? You know, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. You know. Oh God. Oh God. There's more coming. Just gotta keep rolling with it. I imagine that this motherfucker Donald here only got into the digital pictures game because, you know, he only found out about digital cameras and shit like that because it was be more convenient for him to take his child pornography. That's probably the only reason why he actually cared. That's probably the only reason why he went on the internet. You know, he got on the internet in the first place. You know, he's like, man, you know, I don't really have interest in, you know, looking up the news or you know, looking up, you know, the you know, stock quotes or anything like that. I don't really have much interest in that. But, but I can meet. It's easier for me to meet underage girls on the internet. Oh wow, let me go do that. Let me get on it right away. AOL. He probably just kept having the fucking AOL free discs. You know, the I don't know how many hours came on them, but you know, he just kept having one instead of paying for it. You know, I imagine he just kept using the free discs that they handed out, and and Donald just creating new accounts every single time too, but just because he needed to he just needed his perversions out of the way, you know, and that is a more convenient outlet for him to do that. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. Give me like, well, I'm gonna pause it, but I'll be back. All right, we're back. Look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker was on my screen the entire time too. I took like a 2-minute break, and this motherfucker is just standing there staring at me the whole goddamn time. All right, it's fine. Let's keep going.
After the 48-year-old asks the decoy online if she's looking for sex, he brings up the possibility that she might be a cop.
What made you think that this might be a police operation?
Just after seeing all these things on Dateline, you know, like I said, this is the first time I've done it since I've been here.
So you've seen all the...
Oh, well, that's okay then, Donald. You know, you get a pass. As far as I'm concerned, it's like, oh, I just actually moved here, you know, a month ago. So, you know, I haven't done it then. I haven't done it in the month that I've been here, you know. So, give me a pat on the back for that. It's like he says that without any context about how long he's been in Florida for, you know. So, you know, it's okay. He does it. He does it in Michigan. Do it in Michigan, Donald. Don't come to Florida and fuck around. You know, that's not good.
Dateline stories.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think of those stories?
I thought some of them were pretty bad. I mean, I saw the one where they were coming over for sex with boys and stuff like that.
Sex with boys. So in his mind, coming over for sex with boys is worse than what he's doing. I guess that's his justification. I don't know why he would bring that up specifically if that wasn't what he was thinking, but it's just completely misses the point of the whole show. Yeah, like, yes, it's bad to come and meet underage boys for sex, but Donald, did you not realize that all of them, the majority of them, were there for sex with girls? And they're just like blaring that shit out. You know? Just completely ignoring all that. You know, say, oh, well, you know, Stephen Benoff was coming to meet a boy, so he's worse than me. You know, something like that. I don't fucking know. Whatever, he does a stupid way to justify it, of course, but, you know, it just doesn't completely miss the point, I guess. Another one of these idiots that sees the show and just completely misses the fucking point, you know. Oh, I'm not like those guys, you know, I'm not like those guys at all, you know, those poor guys, and now I'm one of them, I guess.
And I'm not really into, you know, pedophilia. You know, this is probably considered that.
And he says that as if he hasn't just admitted to having child pornography, taking pictures of child pornography and putting them on his computer. You know, he says that. You know, granted, if the girl is 17, I don't believe that. Number one, I don't think they would they have really done anything if it was they didn't do anything, right? But, you know, would they have arrested him for child pornography if it was a 17-year-old girl? I don't think so. But they dropped the charges. Maybe because it was a 17-year-old girl. I don't believe his fucking story. I don't believe his fucking age that he says. But, yeah, the ball is I don't give you the benefit of the doubt here, Donald.
I know this is probably going to be on Dateline too, so go ahead and put it on.
Well, you know,
well, at least he gave permission, you know. Usually it's the other way around. The predators are like, you don't have my permission to put me on TV either. Do I have to sign a waiver for it? You know, I never agreed to be on camera. I don't know how that works. Stupid motherfucker, Korea here. How does this work as far as your taping rights? What a dumb motherfucker. But yeah, you know, at least Donald Morrison is A-okay with it being on fucking Dateline. You know, he's got no issues with that. He's fine.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline.
Right, I understand. I recognize it from the voice.
And everything you've just said and done has all been recorded.
Okay.
I love that. He gives just one courtesy glance to the camera. Hey, how you guys doing? Glamour shot time. You know, hey. And just looks immediately back at
Hansen. Anything else you'd
Hansen.
like to tell us? We'd like to hear it.
Just saying that I shouldn't have done it. I mean, this is something I normally don't go out and do.
No, normally not. Not at least not in Florida. He did it a lot in Michigan. He's met 10 dozen, or no, not 10. Oh God, he's met about a dozen of them. Remember what he said. So it's not something that you normally go out and do, but you've done it 12 times before. It's like what Detective Liz Williams said to Farzad Khan in his interrogation. If you do something more than your fingers, less than your fingers, you might remember it. If you do something more than your fingers, you won't remember it exactly. So, Donald Morrison, you're past the fingers in Detective Williams's, numbering system. You're past the point of not doing it frequently, is I guess what I'm trying to say, in a roundabout way there. Okay, let's keep going.
I want you to be honest with me. If I wasn't here tonight, and a young girl was, who was alone in the house...
Look at this fucking crazy-eyed motherfucker right here. I mean, Jesus Christ. That is scary, man. This guy just eyes completely wide open. Ugh. Big focus on you. It's like some fucking thing out of a horror movie right here. With the fucking glasses too. It's you're already a creepy motherfucker, Donald. But when you have your eyes wide open like that, it doesn't make you look any better. It doesn't make you look any more sane, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Sex, what do you think would have happened?
Probably would have happened.
Probably would have had sex. You would have gone ahead and done it.
Probably, yes. I mean, I could say honestly, yes, it probably would have if she would have, said, "Hey, let's go for it."
You don't see anything wrong with that.
Yes, I do see things wrong with it, but I had lack of judgment.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck it. He's just like, fuck it. I've done it 12 times before. What's another one? We're good. I got it.
First, before he leaves, he actually thanks me.
Thank you for bringing. Kicking me in the pants and setting me straight. Chris.
Again, Hansen says it in the Raw segment. But he's like, oh yeah, he's just saying that to try and help himself out and, try to make himself look better. I agree. I think that's the only reason why. And there you go, he gets up. And man, throw that fucking chair away after that, man. I would not, if I was in the situation, if I was coming in as a predator, fine, grill me, Hansen, grill me, fine. But don't make me sit on the same fucking chair that this motherfucker sat on. It's gotta be all sweaty, gross, disgusting, ugh. At least give me a new chair. Actually, I can't remember. Did they change chairs during Fort Myers? I don't remember having this, I can't remember. I don't remember if they actually had a stool or if they had this back chair with the back the whole time or not. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a little unfortunate as well. They don't do Donald Morrison all that much justice in this segment here. They leave out the part where he says that his mommy is going to take his computer and completely throw it away, which is a great line. They had to save that for the roster. And the reason I did this segment from the episode first, the Raw segment, is because this gives you the cookie anecdote. You don't get that in the Raw segment, unfortunately. I don't know. The way that the things that they decide to leave in, leave out, it's all superficial, really. I don't know why they decide to leave some shit out for some other things, But I guess the anecdote about his mother taking his computer and completely throwing it away isn't really. I mean, I think it would drive the point home, though. It just show how much of a desperate fucking loser this guy is. That he has to still rely on his mommy to do discipline. And man, my voice is starting to go. Oh God. Alright, whatever. 35 seconds left, though. This is actually going pretty quick, all things considered. We're 34 minutes in about. I never know how long these are going to take. I don't know. But as I've said in the past, the things about these more mainstream, fucking quote-unquote mainstream predators, I just don't have as much to say about them as, some of the other ones. So I don't think... Yeah, I don't. It makes sense that this one isn't as long. But of course, we still have 35 seconds to go here. I'm sure I can kill another 10 minutes if I really wanted to.
Back door, and the police are waiting.
There he goes.
One
The fucking most aggressive takedown. An unnecessary takedown, but it's great, you know. Do you think it's because they were listening in on this? They're like, oh man, this guy's a real piece of shit, you know. They admitted to meeting girls in the past, you know. Oh, let's just take this motherfucker down hard just for the yellow wells, just for the sick kicks. Give him like more of a kick in the pants here, you know. Let's take him down hard. But it's ridiculous. Guy's got his arms in the air. Guy's arms up, hands up. Obviously not going to be reaching for anything, right? You have fucking 4 cops swarming on him like it's a goddamn biggest catch of the year right here. You know, like it's an FBI most wanted criminal. It's fucking Donald Morrison. You know, I mean, he's not going to do anything. On the ground! And boom, just take him down fucking by the neck. Oh, it's so great. It's hilarious.
He's taken to the
They fucking knock his glasses off and everything. There he goes. Bum. You can see more sweat, just more sweat.
Gets to the jail, he goes into diabetic shock. He's taken in handcuffs to the hospital.
Look at all this extra shit that they fucking make you go through. This is that you're making them go through, Donald. I mean, this is so extra. You know, oh man, I'm going into diabetic shock. Maybe you shouldn't have been chugging down those fucking cookies, man. I don't even know. What is diabetic shock? Like, what are the symptoms of diabetic shock? Like, what happens when you go into diabetic shock? Experience headaches, dizziness, sweating, shaking, and a feeling of anxiety. Yeah. I mean, is it worth to go through all that, to go through all of this just because I got a little headache, you know? I don't know. What is what does it do? I guess what I'm trying to find out, you know. It's a serious health risk. Okay, well, maybe it's a little bit more serious than I thought. Hypoglycemia causes you to faint. Insulin shock can also lead to a coma and death. Yeah. I don't know. It's fucking weird. You know, I think this guy is just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. What do they give him some sort of sugar or some shit to help fix it? I don't fucking know. I don't know much about this shit, obviously. But you know, I think what is this? Like again, you know, you have it in the back of your mind. You know, when you go through all this, when you have Predator goes through all this extra shit, is it just them trying to get out of it? You're like, oh man, maybe if I fake diabetic shock, maybe they'll let me go. You know, as if that would ever happen. You know. They'll feel bad for me. And it's just like, you know, you have all these, I feel bad for these EMT fuckers who have to pick up this fucking obese, sweaty man and just put him on this stretcher. You know, I don't envy them at all. You know, I mean, this is why you get into the business, I guess. You know that you're going to have to lift up some sweaty, obese fuckers every now and then, but it's like, you know, it's like, once you see it, you just like, oh God, you know, is this really what I signed up for? Did I really sign up for this? Oh God, you know, just the luck of the draw too. I had to be my fucking ambulance that came here. You know, it couldn't have been someone else. You know, he's probably used to it though. I imagine, at least in Florida, he's probably used to it.
Taken in handcuffs to the hospital where he's treated and then brought back to jail. The next day,
his Hail Mary didn't work right there.
Is before a judge.
I love this right
Donald
here.
Morrison.
Donald Morrison.
You're charged with sex offense against a child.
I love that. Put him on fucking blast in front of everybody. I love that by the Florida, you know, the Florida, whoever judges, I guess, did that with Donald, of course, and then with Marvin Lacan. You know, they didn't have to say, but he did say it, but he didn't have to say, oh, this is the guy who apparently walked into the room naked. You know, he didn't have to say that part. But he just felt like it was nice to throw that in. Put him on blast even more. You know, not only are you in for a sex crime with a child, but you're also walked into the house naked. Ooh. Ew. Not a good look there, Marvin. And not a good look either for you, Donald. I mean, jeez. I mean, and then you're going to come back with some fucking bullshit right here. You're going to come back with some fucking ridiculousness right here. Your Honor, may I ask a question? Okay. No, sir. Okay.
Here's before a judge.
Donald
Your Honor,
Morrison,
may I ask a question?
you're charged with a sex offense against a child.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
No, sir.
Okay.
What was he going to ask, I think? You know, what was he going to ask? Like, oh, was it legal for Dateline to be in there? What's going to happen to my mama? You know, what's going to happen to my computer? Something like that. See, it's funny because, you know, Donald, at least he asked, right? And got politely turned down. Unlike Dustin McFatass, who just came out and said, well, you can see that she gets her vehicle back. You know, you're not supposed to ask any fucking questions. How fucking delusional are you, man? You know, I'm sure you weren't the first one at processing here at arraignment tonight here, Donald and Dustin. Did you see anyone else asking fucking questions? No? Oh, you don't fucking think it, put that in your head? Oh, maybe this isn't the appropriate time to ask fucking questions? Dude, they're just trying to herd you out like cattle as fucking quickly as possible. Get you shipped back upstate to the county jail, whatever the fuck they do. And, you know, and then fuck off, you know. Got a lot of people to deal with. If we had to answer questions from everybody, Donald, we would be here all goddamn day. We don't have time for this. You know, we have stuff to do. It's not just about you. There's a whole process, you know. It's just one part of my job is dealing with fuckers like you. It's not about answering your fucking questions, man. You know, we'd be here all goddamn day. Can I be released to the custody of my mother? Can I see she gets her vehicle back? Please. My mama gonna kill me if I don't get her vehicle back. Oh my god. Shut the fuck up, Dustin, you motherfucker. And fuck you, Donald, too. Fuck you, of course. But yes, I think that's about it. Anyway, alright. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than Donald did not get his cookies this holiday season, unfortunately. For him, I guess, but you know, in the afterlife, whatever, you know, fucking things you get here from whatever afterlife you went to, Donald. I mean, this guy's just a scary looking motherfucker. Why is he smiling? He's had so many. Look at this. He can create a whole collage of his of his RSO photos. And he always usually looks pretty chipper. You know what, chipper? Does anyone remember that fucking thing? Tosh.0, that thing, I'm jipper. It's just stuck in my head the whole time. Like for decades, jipper. I guess that's with the G. I'm jipper. You know, a guy who got run over by a ice cream truck. He seems pretty chipper though in all of his RSO photos. But yeah, I mean, he's just a motherfucker. I mean, look at this guy. And yeah, I mean, that was his last public appearance, I believe, when he was on the news. That was a surprise, man. Oh man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, we have so many pictures of him. You know, Florida at least gets that. You know, we get pretty good updates out of Florida. And Donald Morrison, yeah, he's got a lot of RSO photos. I mean, I like this too. I mean, he's still somewhat young and presentable here. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where this picture is from. Looks like it's from before this thing, but I can't tell for sure. But and then compared to that, oh, rough transition there. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I don't have much else. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope I did this one justice. And until next time, see you guys later.